good, Landon? We good on the air? You said what? We're live. We're live. We're live. Shout out to fucking Benny for fucking making it.
Yes, sir. The
Word.
butcher coming.
Appreciate you for coming through. Let me take this shit
Impromptu
out.
joint.
Listen, one thing we do over here at the Danza Project is everything has to fucking remain 100% authentic, right? So we make sure that everything we do is live. So when you hit me up, I already knew there was the potential of this shit going on.
Right.
But when you hit me up, I was like, fuck, I had to call this dude. I was like, yo, leave where you're at. I had to call Landon, the tech guy, leave where you're at. You know what I mean? Make sure this goes on. Even Kelvin that's on his way out here from Miami with the, you know what I mean? Over there working and shit. But I appreciate you for coming through. So first things first is fucking, how the fuck was Miami? You enjoying yourself out here?
I
and
be
shit?
having fun like a motherfucker when I get to Miami.
It shows, man.
I be having a blast. I love it. To come down here is always work to do. We always working, but we always playing hard, going out, fucking around.
Yeah.
Booby trap in the studios, riding in these whips, staying in these nice cribs, and enjoying this whole shit with the whole team type of shit.
So my question is to you is when the fuck are you moving out here?
Soon. I'm looking for a spot right now.
Yeah.
Soon. I'll be out here in the next 90 days, next 3-4 months, I'll have a spot out here.
Okay,
That's what's up.
quick, fast, pretty quick, fast.
I know a couple weeks ago I had Young World out here, and we went over to Deion Dawkins' spot.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so I know he was out here and he fucking, you know what I mean? Obviously he's huge with BSF and shit like that. It's crazy how shout out to Dog, because it's crazy how fucking it came from me trying to push people on to everything that you guys got going on and shit like that. It to like me walking out a gym, like I was telling Armani, and hearing your shit from other people playing it. You know what I mean?
Crazy,
so like
right?
it became real crazy.
Well, so you like people catching up now. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
It seemed like Griselda's coming more. I'm not gonna say mainstream, but we coming more of like a household name. You know what I'm saying? From what we've been doing. I mean,
nah, you could say mainstream though, because it really is getting to that point. Like obviously the product that you're pushing out is authentic,
right?
So that the product isn't mainstream when you say it in those senses, but the world really is. It takes time for everything, but people think like when they hear you, most people. Do you feel like most people think that you just started?
Yeah, because it's always like that. I mean, like sometimes, you know, we see somebody like that. You see his video, in the first video, this nigga standing by a Lamborghini, got a big ass chain on. We're like, this nigga came out of nowhere with that shit.
Yeah.
But he really didn't. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that it looks like that to people. You know what I mean? But you know, sometimes perception is real in their minds. So for some people think I just started, like, you know what I mean? People always correct themselves is when they know my age. It's like, no, because you one of the new niggas. Well, you're not new, but you know what I'm saying? So in a sense, I'm one of the new niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. So, absolutely. But you would slaughter, you know what I mean? They can't put you on none of these freshman freestyles and shit like that, because it would just be fucking slaughter.
Yeah, it ain't even fair. Like what we do is not even what they do no more. You know what I'm saying? And and when they do what they do, it's hot and it's dope, but it's like it's different than what we do. Especially I respect all of it, but it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially now. One thing I wanted to mention about that, having, you know, catching the fame. I don't want to say late because it's always on time, but I don't know if you got a chance to see the Kanye documentary, Genius.
I've seen parts of it.
A very popular moment in that he's going room to room playing his music for people.
Right.
And it's like nobody's giving him the time of day. But he's playing it for anybody he can. The receptionist, the A&Rs, him, anybody and everybody, he's trying to get it. And it's like nobody caught the wave. Lo and behold, it became one of his biggest tracks. Did you ever have that kind of moment where you like, yo, just listen to my shit? Like, check me out, because I'm that guy.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what everybody. But what I learned, I've been in this shit so long, and what I learned from coming from Buffalo and really not having the resources, or really not having, you know what I mean, a super strong following behind me to affect like the masses outside of upstate New York. I always knew what it was. I always knew people knew I was talented, but I knew people wasn't gonna fuck with me or help me. But they knew I was talented. Like I spit a verse in a room with niggas, and they be like, God damn. I'm talking about back then. If I'm upstate in jail, where people who never heard of me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I argued in jail all the time with niggas trying to tell, like, yo, like back home, I'm like I'm considered like that nigga. Yeah. Like, oh word, And then I rapped, and like niggas like, oh shit, we believe you. So I knew I was talented, but it's like it's a difference when you get people to move for you, to help you, to put their paper behind you or whatever they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That's different.
Right.
I mean, I could tell you from me being one of them. because when I was in Shay's studio and you were in there, obviously they had everybody was in there.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was, what was Rick Hyde back then? Was it like D-Dash?
D-Dash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout
So
out
like
to Rick.
I was in the studio back then and recording, but every time like you came in, I felt that same shit. Like it was me, Nicky Nails, and Get a Stack.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like when I would be in there and I'd hear your shit, like I bet, goddamn, maybe I ain't good enough. You know what I mean? Like, but that's the type of shit. So I know even back then, and back then it was 2 Chainz Benny.
Yeah, 2 Chainz Benny.
You know what I mean?
Yep,
and I know like the whole route you were going in, like something I told Conway. I spoke about this on a few occasions live on this podcast. Is something I told Conway when I seen him out here for that April 20th event.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, when I look at what you've done and being able to stay true to your craft is probably the most important thing, because you would think that the industry would never accept it.
Never, right?
You know what I mean?
We know we could take this shit this far.
That's the real win right there.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I think that's the most important thing about that of anything that's happened out there in the industry is you guys came in with your sound, stayed true to it. The industry had no choice but to accept you. Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden the sound is back. All of a sudden Nas is back. All of a sudden AZ is back. Busta Rhymes is dropping shit. KRS-One just dropped some shit, right? He dropped the album. Mm-hmm. All these people are dropping albums. In my mind, and nobody is going to convince me differently, not even you. In my mind, the only reason why they're doing this shit is because of what you guys came out and did.
I'm pretty sure it's obvious to say that Griselda didn't strengthen the genre or make this type of music matter again. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious. I think everybody know we played a part in re-energizing that lane. You know 100%. What I'm saying? So real shit.
100%. You can see it just in the whole time frame of things, just the way that everything kind of played out just over the last 2-3 years, specifically. You know what I mean? The elevation is just crazy. And what's cool about it is y'all ain't skipping no steps and nothing. Now we starting to see more from Skis. We starting to see more from High. We starting to see more from just about everybody in the clique.
Real shit.
Y'all ain't wasting no time. Y'all opening up that lane.
You can't, because it's like, you know what I mean? We got it. It's our turn. You know what I'm saying? And we're the purveyors of that. So what else we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You got to pull these young niggas up, or, you know what I'm saying? We got to feed our region. You know what I'm saying? It's important that we do that. Bring all the Buffalo motherfuckers up and giving them a shot first. Yeah. Real shit.
You know, people always talk about the forefathers, about the area that they're from. Oh, coming from Atlanta, you know, I'm trying to be like OG such and such. Oh, from Miami, I'm trying to be like Trick and them boys and all that. It's harder not really having that ahead of y'all, but you guys are just that. You guys are the Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? You do it from Buffalo per se, not just New York, all together as a collective. So that's dope. That's dope and powerful. And the fact that y'all are utilizing that stuff without even waiting a second to do it.
Hell no.
Yeah, come on.
Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it might feel like a nigga moving too fast. That's what this game about. Right. This game about taking risks. This game about learning. And this game about utilizing your plugs and your connects. I got plugs right here who going give me a label deal. What you think I'm not gonna do it? I'm a Buffalo nigga. Like, you know what I mean? I'm about to do a movie. You know what I'm saying? What you think I'm not gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? And whatever the fuck I don't know, I'm gonna learn on the way. Right. Like you. I know. Look at you. This shit is set up nice in this motherfucker.
I appreciate that.
You got your shit. I see you pressed it. You made the noise. You know how to make the noise on this shit and everything. Like,
we always got it set up.
That's dope though. This is impressive here.
I appreciate
that.
that.
And I made sure I wasn't gonna leave without doing this shit.
I know. I was damn near gonna chase you down on that plane to make sure we made this shit happen.
With the mics in the back. Yeah. Oh, real quick.
And again, I respect your movement. You know what I mean? When I was talking to Tony, I was talking to so many people in the camp, and I always tell them, like, I like bringing people in, because for me, being from Buffalo, just what all three of you are doing, really, Wes, Con, you, and you got your own team. And your own team isn't like you went and drafted people from another fucking state. It's Buffalo people. And I feel like what they're doing is also really dope too. And so I've been interviewing everybody. You know what I mean? Because that's really what I want to get into. And I know it's different for Chris because he's from out here. You know what I mean? And even for Landon in the room that he's from out here. But for me, it's like to be able to have all the people from Buffalo out there, that shit feels good.
No, that shit.
You know what I mean? And it's the best stories of them all. So like,
that Dutch, please.
When we came out here initially, it's crazy because when I was setting this shit up, I did it because I wanted to record again. So I got the Apollo Twin and the joint. I don't even use this shit, right? But I was like, I'm gonna just build a studio and start recording again and shit like that. And then I was looking at the room and I had shots here, Conway's little brother, and he's like, I'm looking at it. And I'm like, man, I might turn this shit into like a podcast room. Right. You know what I mean? He saw the room from scratch when there was a couch in here, and it was just like a fucking computer desk and shit like that. But I think one thing I tell people all the time is when Buffalo people put their mind to something, like moving out here, man, I feel like you'll take over the whole world moving out here. You know what I mean? Shit. Not that you aren't already doing so.
But now I understand what you're saying is establish my relationships and my close ties here and be on them and be out here. You know what I mean? But you're right. That's what I said. I was drunk in the club the other night, told my girl, like, yo, babe, we got to move out here. Yeah. But I've already been thinking about it, but I was telling her, like, yo, shit going to be smooth when we come out here. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It is a difference. Like, back home is back home. You know what I mean? There's nothing but love for back home and shit like that. But I felt like I was able to push into a whole different level moving out here. You know what I mean? I feel like if I was in Buffalo, I would have definitely had to keep fighting. I would have definitely had to keep hustling. I would have definitely had to go to everybody's birthday party, keep drinking. You know what I mean? All sorts of shit like that, because everybody's always, you know, depending on shit like that. They're always hitting you up for everything. Like, yo, we need you for this, we need you for that, or come through for this. This party's happening, or this event's happening, or this beef is going on. Now you got to catch their beef and shit like that. You know, at this age, you know, I mean, I'm 36 years old right now. At the time I was 31, 32. It was time for me to fucking, you know, go out and change my scenery and a different network. But you've been out here doing interview after interview after interview and shit like that. So I feel like I don't want to get into anything repetitive. I want to say something that I think needs to be said. Me and Kelvin were talking about the other day. You had that track with Cole. And a lot of people started talking about what Cole said, or of what, you know, you ain't talking about this and that. And this, Benny's, your name is already established. Right. You know what I mean? You really put in work. And I wish Kelvin was here, and he's gonna be pulling up. But you ain't got to, like, when people, it's crazy because on the outside of the world, right? Like, these people, they really don't know you or know anything about Benny's name, but like in the streets, it holds weight. You know what I mean? And people might look at Buffalo from the outside of the world and think, oh, they don't know shit about it. You know what I mean?
They don't know, and they think they know. But like I was telling people that, you know, people were saying, it's like, you know, I know it was like, damn. It was like, damn, this nigga, what he talking about, Benny on there or some shit? What he said some shit about the drug dealers and shit like that. It's like, I mean, fuck all that anyway, because, you know what I mean, we don't do that no more. Yeah, fuck all that anyway. Right. But it's like, as far as what I did in the streets or anything, like, I don't gotta prove to nobody. You know, I lost my brother. You know what I mean?
Like, really,
I lost my real brother. I got federal DIN numbers. I got state DIN numbers. I got court ministers for my street records. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It ain't about proving it to no internet nigga. So I don't even like put myself in a position where I gotta prove myself to nobody. Right. Or even if it's a situation with another rapper or another anybody, like, I don't put myself in a position where I gotta say something because I feel like I'm looking a certain way. Like, hell no. Yeah. These people had you crash out. This is about real life. They don't know, like, this ain't my second chance. This rap shit ain't my second chance. This is my 10th chance. You know what I'm saying, to do something with my life. So I'm on it like that. You know what I mean? I'm carrying it a whole different way. And I think people see that about me. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like, they don't know. Like, Buffalo is that place. Buffalo is that real place. I tell people that all the time. You know what I'm saying? I became a rapper. And then got shot and got robbed. You know what I'm saying? I ran around Buffalo with my nuts dragging for years, though. Right. That's more impressive. Right. You know what I'm saying? Nothing ever happened to me. That's impressive. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So,
and that's something that nobody can really take away. It's not fabricated. The track record is really, really there. I'm just getting hip to the whole Buffalo scene, and not just from the music, but actually meeting the people by way of this podcast as well. I tell Migs, I done met half of Buffalo now just from coming through on the podcast, and the story starting to unravel. It's a place y'all need to look out to, because no offense to y'all, but it's a lot of artists in Buffalo, not just the whole game right now that we got on the board, but it's a lot of people working. I've been lucky to be in a room with some talented motherfuckers, and honestly, we just didn't know. I don't know if it's just because I'm from South Florida, but like we said before, it's your time now. It's your time. And to your point, it does show. It shows through the music. It shows in how you carry yourself. It also shows in how other people speak about you as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How you fill the room even when you're not there is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? That's when sometimes that stuff really, really counts. When you're not in the room, what they're saying about you, and it all equates to what you're saying. It's solid. The track record is there.
No, real shit.
So that's dope. And that's a good position of power to be in for sure. For sure.
I always say, like, man, that's the most important thing to us, because, like, niggas is blessed, living our dream. So it's about this. The money is not about the money. It's money only matter to people who don't got the money. You know what I'm saying? So, which was me for a long time.
Right.
Thinking you getting some money, whatever, like, till you make it to a certain point, you're like, oh shit, this shit ain't about no fucking money.
This is it, yeah.
I'm saying everybody up here got money, and they just got as much as to prove as a broke motherfucker. They hustle like they broke. They don't even count the money because they know somebody got some shit above them that make them look like they got nothing.
Yeah.
So it's not about that to them. It's about how people feel when you walk in that room. It's about how they talk about you when you're not in the room. It's about shit like that afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Right, for sure.
Real shit to me.
Nah, absolutely. So it's crazy that you made it happen though, because I know you just did mad interviews. You know what I mean? I feel like your weekend or your week here, whatever it was, because it was more than just a weekend, right?
Yeah,
was wild as fuck out here, just moving and working. So how does it feel now being there? Do you get stressed the fuck out doing this shit?
I do. Like, that's obvious.
Naturally, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like, man, this shit is hard. It's not easy, and you got to apply yourself. Like, I'm so happy. Like, I got to watch that whole documentary, but I've been talking about the documentary, the Genius shit in my interviews, because, like, I'm so happy that up and coming rappers got to see that. Got to see the real shit like that. Nobody gives a fuck about your music. Yes, you will play some Grammy award winning shit in a room, and if it's not nominated yet, if it ain't there yet, nobody gives a fuck. So it's up to you to do something to make people give a fuck, and then play your music. You know what I'm saying? That's just real shit. That's how it is. Is it fucked up? Yeah. But with this business, the more you understand the business, the better you be. You know how to move in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know how this business goes. So when bullshit happen, they be all in their feelings or da 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 da. But you gotta expect this type of shit from all of this shit and protect yourself.
Right. One thing about y'all too is, okay, so maybe Johnny P's Caddy was the first time somebody heard your name. Maybe that's the first time they heard about you, right? The good thing about what y'all been doing since you've been putting in this work, this whole path that you're on, people get caught up to your catalog as well.
Right, exactly.
And that's how you make the realest fans, the most loyal fans, the most singing word for word type shit. If you don't got that catalog behind you and somebody gets hit to that one single just because Soulja Boy was on it or Drake was on it or whomever, however you scored that single, if you don't got the catalog behind it, they might not be so dedicated to you. They're not going to show up and get the merch and get the tickets and do the VIP backstage and all the extra stuff that helps keep this thing going. So that's one thing that y'all definitely got. Y'all track record is like impeccable.
Yeah.
For real.
And I had to realize that when we came in and Conway doing his thing with the merch, I do my thing with the merch, Wes do his thing with the merch. We sell out these shows. We impact the whole genre like we do. We get the cosigns like we do. Right. I had to realize, like, damn, this is the Griselda formula, and this is not what everybody has. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody don't have that, so this is something that we got to protect and something that we got to, like, cherish. And, you know what I'm saying? And hold it high up, because this ain't what everybody get. You know what I mean?
True.
And that's where we at. That's where we at with this Griselda shit.
That's dope, man.
So with the Griselda shit, a lot of people don't understand that. I did business for I've been doing business and a business owner for probably about 10 years now, investing in businesses and shit like that. And a lot of the businesses that I opened up or started or invested in was with friends of mine. And a lot of people look at it when there's when there's differences in, I'll put it this way. Me and my boy got a business together, and we have a difference of or a discussion of a disagreement with the money. and immediately they'll look at it as like a opening, like, oh, there's beef going on there, and they'll try to like separate us. There's people out there that'll be like, oh, well, this happened or that happened or this happened or they're doing this and shit like that, but they don't understand the brotherhood. And I feel like that's something that like people don't really understand the true dynamic between you, Conway, and West. That even though there might be differences, obviously, because everybody's got to get their bread and got to get everything right. And they'll just immediately take it as it's beef.
Yes, that's another thing. You know, they take it because of that. Because, you know, I feel like that's how they want to take it. You know what I mean? I feel like they were looking for it.
They would love to see that.
Not because, you know what I mean? Some people, a lot of people would love to see it, but a lot of people wouldn't love to see it. They just looking for it because they haven't seen it. Maybe they expect it. Like, okay, there you go. I knew. You know what I'm saying? Those my niggas,
it's
but
too
I knew
good to be true.
Exactly. But man, that's like just like you said, that's part of the shit. It's figuring it out.
Part of that rise, man.
What I mean,
part of being on the forefront, part of being in public, and part of being on the shade rooms and the drink champs, and a part of being on this social media circuit where people do expect and look for that.
But niggas is family and niggas is rich, so
let's go.
That's what I'm saying. That's one thing. That's one
See,
thing.
That's what that gets.
You know what I'm saying? We street niggas. That trumps everything. You know what I'm saying? Right. That trumps everything, because if I'm getting if me and one of my niggas getting some money together, you know what I'm saying, some life-changing money together, before we fall out over anything, we just won't do it. We won't do it. But like, man, I ain't doing that shit with your ass. Just come over Sunday, nigga. My bitch cooking, nigga. I ain't
come talk to me, man. Come talk to me. Fuck all the tech shit.
What we doing? What we going out? It's your birthday. When we going? Like, we ain't doing that no more, nigga.
Right.
We going. That's how I would do it. You feel what I'm saying? And then we just be family. And
now, in making decisions like that, obviously there's a beauty to it, and there's a core value to that. Sometimes does that kind of get in the way when it comes time to make decisions? Like, for example, I used to work at the Improv Comedy Club for about 10 years. They got a handful of different owners. It's like, let's say it's a group of 5. 3 got hands in this location, a different 3 got hands in another location, and then 2 got their hands in this location. But when it comes time to make a move, it's like, well, damn, I got to consult. I got to get everybody in the room. Does that kind of jam things up sometimes, or is it still just all family?
It's really that everybody does their own thing. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody does their own thing. Like, you hear Conway talk about it, you hear me talk about it, you hear West talk about it. When you see a West Side Gun album, when you see the West Side Gun merch, that's him curating that. You know what I'm saying? That's him putting everything together. When you see Conway closing deals for his artists, when he going on tour, he leaving to go to overseas tomorrow. He taking his artists, and that's him putting that shit together show by show. Conway. See, the thing about him is people don't know. I feel like people don't know like his hustle and what he do. Like he don't got like no managers he signed to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Me and West signed to Rock Nation.
Right.
He don't got no managers who he signed to who call and bust his moves or whatever. So when he be saying his shit, he you know what I mean? He be saying his shit.
Yeah.
So it's like me, I do my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm definitely Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I got my niggas do a great job of helping.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But it's like we all do our own thing.
Yeah, everybody kind of stands,
do our own thing.
Stands
so
on
we come together and do like Griselda business. And it's like, and you could tell the world this. That because like we're not a group. You feel what I'm saying? People think we're a group. Benny the Butcher, 2 Chainz Benny Man was 2 Chainz Benny Man. You feel what I'm saying? So
before it all,
Cannon,
you know what I mean? Like these guys been doing music before me. Like I wasn't even old enough to come in. I wasn't even like established enough to come in a room. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to get my shit up. So it's like, of course, when I started rapping, we all came together. We did shit, but I always did my own thing.
Right.
West always did his own thing. Conway, you know what I'm saying? And then when it's a play, we coming together. Like when we signed to Shay, when we signed to DJ Shay, like we always was called
Unsigned City.
Yeah, Unsigned City, real shit. God bless the dead. You know what I'm saying? When we signed to DJ Shay, that was a move. Like we was always called ourselves Street Entertainment, but we wasn't like a group. But when we knew Shay wanted to sign us and do a play, we're like, okay, boom, group shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is that what did it?
Now.
Is that what like brought you guys truly together?
The DJ Shay thing?
Or was it in the streets before that? Or was it like what really built the bond that it made Griselda? I'm
gonna tell you like this. Like I always say, let me break it down deeper than anybody ever heard it maybe. Let me see. But I probably said this shit a million times, just like this. Wes is my cousin. When I say he's my cousin, I mean this is my come over stay the night cousin. We go over to his house, we play video games, we do shit, and we get into trouble together.
Right.
You know I'm saying my brother Machine Gun Black
drama.
passed away. There you go, right
Man,
there.
look who the fuck is in the building right now. We were waiting for this fucking guy.
Yeah, Kev.
You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, the bar's through.
It's all good.
Right, go ahead, man.
Grab a seat, my boy. We got a cup poured up and all.
Yes, sir. What's up with you, my boy? How you feeling?
Man, cool and trying.
Shout out to Kelvin.
My bad, I had to crash. You know, when this guy calls, I got to shut the store down and all type of shit.
I appreciate you getting in.
How's it going?
Man, just kicking it with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? He asked me about like what was it, like what build the bond? What build the bond? Now, me going over my cuz's house, Conway is over there. That's his, you know what I'm saying? That's his brother.
Right,
me and Conway from like a different hoods, but they like right next to each other.
Okay.
And then we went to the same school.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it was really like a natural thing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so those boys been doing shit like on music, recording in the closet, putting little shit out, burning the CDs. They've been doing that, and I learned that from them. And it came a point in time like I couldn't even. I wasn't old enough. I wasn't sharp enough. Right. So when I got old enough and they found out I was sharp enough, then I was included. So it's like
rite of passage.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? I just like even other shit. You know, we done been through shit. You know what I mean? We done been through shit. It's family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like real shit. So it's like all we know. That's why my niggas is you know what I mean? It's their niggas
it's
too.
Really them
you know
niggas.
What I'm saying? Like even Love Genius, like we been knew her. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's platinum from back in the day. She been an animal. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's Buffalo. It's small, so it all tie in. So the bond was just built because like we were kids and I always looked up to them niggas on some rap shit and I wanted to do what they was doing.
Some genuinely organic shit.
It's crazy because I heard Benny first. Like I'm honest. Like I'm an honest dude. Before anything, I'm just an honest son of a bitch. That was like the moment for me where I was like, man, the rap ain't it for me. You know what I mean? I went to J. Cole's concert, right? Like, and I was like front row listening to the dude when he was out here in Miami.
How long ago?
A couple months ago.
Okay, so that's the same tour I went on. So go ahead. I want to see what you got to say.
So I was listening to him, and I'm like, I don't want to throw any names out there and disrespect any names, especially with you out here. But like I noticed that there's a huge difference between a spitter. Not that I noticed it then, but like watching it live as somebody that's making hit music, and it don't feel right. Like you know what I mean? It's like being in a cipher, and you're in a cipher, and somebody makes a hot record. You know what I mean? They got their shit on the radio and shit like that, and they spit that verse in a cipher. You know what I mean? And they get murdered in that cipher because it don't match up. That energy don't match up because there's spitters, and then there's people that really they make hit music. It is a huge difference. When I was there, I was listening to him, and I'm like, man, he really is on a different level than what you hear other rappers, and that's where I would put you. So me being in the studio, when I was in the studio, it was, and I hear you come in there and kill some shit. I'm like, yeah, I'll go ahead and fucking do some other shit. You know what I mean? I got to make money. You know what I mean? Maybe
catch this hook real quick.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Benny been ahead of the game for a long time, man. You know what I mean? Futuristic shit. Benny was doing the Southpaw shit before it was a thing. Benny was walking around the studio or just get right in there, throw the beat on, boom, do a 16 right there. Ain't nothing to check about it. We ain't gonna go edit nothing.
Because listen, this is the first time that I get an interview like this with Buffalo niggas.
Benny
with the braids in my prime who can tell
listen,
people.
Benny, I always mention this. Benny with the 578 D-Boy phone number. That was literally his phone number. That shit was 578 D-Boy.
No, that's a fact.
I see
that's a fact.
But we was on Delavan and Bailey. I seen him. I forgot. We used to just try and get up with some hoes or some shit. We used to hit the E, see what we could find. You know what I'm saying? We run into
I used to love bumping into y'all.
Yeah.
They was always
you already know they on the scene.
We was on the same bullshit, trying to get some money and trying to get some bitches. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, yo, man, hit me, man. We probably got some. I forgot how the conversation was. So what's the number? And he was like, I'm glad you asked. 716-578 D-Boy.
Yep. I used to love that number. I used to love that number.
This thing crazy.
It was crazy. Listen, It's crazy you brought that up because I forgot about that. I used to get busy on that number too. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a crazy motherfucker.
Got to.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I was I had that phone in Shay name. We was in the store. They said you can get any number you want. I said I can get any number I want.
Yeah.
They said you just gotta match up. I went back. I try to make it the whole thing. I try to make it Dope Boy.
The whole
Like 716 Dope Boy.
Like, that's the fire shit.
That was his number. Come on, man. How when you go bag a joint and she say what's your number and you give her that, you won.
Yeah,
game's
she gonna
over.
hit
How the hell you get that?
Yeah, she ain't gonna fade to black.
That
That
was 2007 when I had that. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I thought it was even sooner than that. Word. Yo, talk to the people about your creative process, bro. How did it work out? Like when you got a track with J. Cole, I seen y'all was talking about that, or you got a track with Black Thought or whatever. How does this work? Is it the same process? You just go in and knock it out the same way, or now you like, man, I'm with the big dogs too. You know what I mean? I got to show them that I'm part of that.
Now you know what's crazy, and what's a blessing is that when I do songs, I just go out and do them. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm gonna get on. I don't like when I did the J. Cole record, Johnny P's Caddy. When I did the 18-wheeler with Push.
Yeah, that was it.
When I did the 18-wheeler with Push, and when I did the record with Black Thought, I knew they was getting on there.
Yeah.
When I did the Johnny P's Caddy, I wanted to put another verse on there. You know what I'm saying? But I never made it back to the studio. So they was like, yo, we should put somebody on here. But when I go in the studio, I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
That verse was flawless though.
That shit was crazy.
Come on.
That shit was crazy. I got a lot off my chest that I wanted to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yo, absolutely.
It was therapeutic.
Something about that track when you drop that track, a lot of people immediately go, "Oh, well, Cole killed him on the verse."
Nah, ain't nobody gonna say that.
I listened. I was like, "Yo, you know what it is? That's just because you just heard Cole on the verse."
Right,
you know what I mean?
Nah,
Like, if you really sit down and listen to what Benny is saying,
the renegade
you can't say that.
It's the renegade effect.
And it's this. It's something that I've been through on a lower level before on both sides, because it's like this. When I was on, I remember being on a song with me, Conway, and Lloyd Banks. I remember getting to the studio and niggas like Banks in there. They like, yo, get in there. I'm like, get in there. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I got in there, and then we killed that shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember one of my lines went viral from the song. Before you could be ace in a beamer, you got to be ace in the cleaners. You know what I'm saying? That mean people posting that shit, they don't even know that was my line.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So, motherfucking, it was people in the comments like, man, why Lloyd even let them get on the song? So when you get on a song with a bigger artist, you know what I'm saying? People gonna say that. Now, when I do features with niggas, they say that about the niggas be dope. Like, I only came here for Benny. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just part of the shit. But that's why you got to be comfortable in your flow and know that you brought the heat. You know what I'm saying?
Cole got a cult like following too, so you know what I mean. Regardless,
and
they was gonna say what they was gonna say. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you got my people who gonna say
we saying what we saying right now.
Yeah.
And that the reason why I brought up the Renegade is because when you first hear the Renegade, and this is nothing against Cole's verse because it was a flawless verse too. The song was
right.
The song couldn't be better. When it come to that though, Cole, I kind of got the same effect from the Renegade. You hear that, you're like, damn, M went a different way. It was a little more energy. But when I play that song now, I'm like, I'd rather hear the whole verse. Today,
yes,
15 years ago, when I heard
absolutely.
that, I was kind of like feeling M shit a little bit more. So I feel like that track probably got that effect a little bit. People hear the little spit, they hear whole Cole go a little aggressive, but they not hearing that. Well, they hearing it, but the shit you was talking on that motherfucker right there.
It's just certain shit just hit us different. When Ho said, "Pocket filled with a lot of lint, not a cent, got a vent."
Yeah,
a lot of innocent lives got lost on that project. It's like that shit. We hit us.
Yeah. You know what it is though? It's where you're from.
No, facts.
You know what I mean? Facts. Like you got a lot of you got to remember. Like now you're on there where like there's every motherfucking fan out there. People that aren't even casual rap fans. They're just hearing the record, and so everybody's got a fucking word to say in everything you do now. Everybody, any move you make, it's fashion. It's a fucking pack of these joints right here, these Packwoods, whatever it is. Somebody's got a fucking opinion. But what matters is the street shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That nigga Cole, he a solid dude.
Nah.
We put that record out. When you put that record out, you put it out on his birthday. You know what I'm saying? Johnny P's Caddy came out on his birthday, and he put it out like it was on his page, his Spotify page.
Right.
So it was like his record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
proud.
fans didn't have to come find it. I mean, he like, so it was like, it was an obvious boost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That nigga ain't have to do that.
Nah, he did.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you why they do it though. yo, you really are a breath of fresh air in the industry. And I don't think they have a choice. And they do, right? I don't think they have a choice though, because like when I hear Drake have interviews and talk about you guys or Cole or any one of the top tier rappers, I think they're doing that because they know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like when you know somebody's coming up, like you know a motherfucker's fire, right? Like he's fire. They know. They could feel it. The energy you're bringing off, the fucking the lyrics, just the realness of it. I think that the entire industry knows. You know what I mean? And they want they feel like they need to be a part of it. I think how
I get that.
You know how the city of Buffalo, like you know, because I seen you write about it a few times. They'll be saying like, "Oh, he ain't putting nobody on" and shit like that. You got the little haters that be talking about shit like that. How? Right? You put like an entire motherfucking like the helicopter lights on the city.
Real shit.
You don't have to fucking say anybody's name.
See, a lot of people they think help comes in a form as, let's be real here. You know what they want? They don't want my help. They want my watch.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They want my life. They don't want no help. And if you're not doing that for a nigga, then that's what it be. You know what I'm saying? Especially like, look at all my niggas is with me.
That's what
we going around and busting out saying, all my niggas be with me. You know what I'm saying? So
listen, man, I see Benny the boss.
My fucking start the fucking trucking company.
That's
fire.
fire.
We be doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Buffalo shipping and freight. Everything BSF.
Fire shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at it.
Oh yeah.
Everything BSF.
Yo, I see the transition. I see Young Wild Benny, and I see Benny the boss. I see the whole family eating. I see the same guys there that was there 15, 20 years ago. It's a beautiful thing. One thing a lot of people don't realize about Benny is how smart he is and how good of a businessman he is. And just from little conversations here and there with him, I see it, and I'll be on the other side of the phone smiling like he got it. He got it. He know what he doing, man. So it's dope shit, man.
Not real shit.
This
I'm
don't got nothing to you, man.
I appreciate you. This don't got nothing to do with the interview, but I just ordered like 8 pieces.
Word? Oh.
He said word?
I said word. Like, yeah, I know.
He did. Yeah, he did.
I don't know. I tried to grab him something before I even came here. It didn't work out, though.
I got my artist on my ass like, yo, when I'm getting my chain.
Yeah. I'm working. We working. We always working, man.
It's my boy right here.
Yeah.
Shout out.
My first BSF piece, man.
I got a little bit left in this cup. Shout out. Let's take a shot
Benny
to this
used
shit.
to come chill with us. We had a studio that we ended up turning into a trap house by mistake.
Shit.
Benny used to come through, watch us wild out, man.
Definitely came over there a few times, man.
It's dope though, being out here in Florida and being able to like,
it's a beautiful thing.
And not only like what Buffalo was doing in music, but what Buffalo was doing in sports.
Yeah. The whole city. You know what? It was the butterfly effect. Y'all created that. You know what I mean? Y'all started it, and everybody rolling with the punches.
That's real. That shit is real. I always wondered, was that real? That's real.
No, it's real. A Jewish dude just told me yesterday. He said, "You know what I'm gonna start doing? As soon as I get to work, I'm gonna tell somebody to give me $1." He was like, because I was broke all week. Somebody gave me $800. I'd have made 10 bands in the last hour since I got the 800, but I ain't make shit all week.
It'd be like
He's
like
yo, now I'm just start somebody give me $1 in the morning. Because soon as that first $1 come in, the floodgates open up.
I'm still in that.
And that
I like that.
Yo, that's
I like
my word.
that. I like
really
that.
was a conversation.
I love that goddamn button.
It be like that. Yo, so how you feel about this industry though, bro? Coming from real shit from the town, man. You feel like it's authentic. I know you fuck with some real dudes in the industry, but overall, is it what you expected?
It's definitely not what I expected because, you expect to get help in certain places.
Mm-hmm.
You expected to certain people to fuck with you like, yo, man, I'm such and such. Nigga, so what, nigga?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But that's only because that's how we thought the game was. But now that I know the game, how it goes, I was like, I shouldn't expect this shit like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, when you reach a certain level, I never thought it was gonna be easy, but you think, okay, damn, we here. So I mean, hell no, you really gotta work harder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like moving up from high school to D1, from D1 to the league. Like everybody's faster. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's like, yeah, you on the team, but like now you gotta guard this.
Gotta show up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like be careful what you wish for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like now you get, you know what I mean? Like get on this song with Cole. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like,
see how you do that.
To me, you know what I mean? You're going right to the top level, basically.
So it's like, so shit get realer, but like when they say it's a lot of bullshit in it, it is. Like it's bullshit anything else, but they try to make it seem like to us that the game is perfect. When you in it, so when you just watching this shit on TV, this shit look perfect. Yeah, you hear about shit, but it's not perfect. You got to put your work in. You gotta know the business side. You have to know the fucking business side of this shit. And that's scary when you hear that shit as an artist. You're like, damn, I ain't no fucking, I gotta learn a book this thick about the industry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
it's just as bad as they said it back in the day. Cause I always heard that. That was like a thing.
But you just gotta know what you gotta know. And if you don't know, ask somebody. Hire a motherfucker who do know. That's some real shit too.
Yeah.
Hire a motherfucker who do know. You know what I'm saying? It just, you gotta do certain shit like that, and you gotta be on it. And you know what I mean? A couple situations broke my heart, but you know, it's the game. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's not like the game. When people say it's like the other game, I disagree with that. But it's the game. It's any game. It's like the NFL niggas that tell you some shit. The NBA niggas that tell you some shit
off the field.
Like, well, y'all niggas in the bag. What you talking about? The Major League Baseball niggas that got some shit for you. Like, man, shit. Well, this was going on. You like, damn.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, so it comes with all of that, but you know, it's really nothing. It's really, I'm be honest with you, it's really like rich nigga problem type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
And
you know what I mean?
Who wouldn't trade places? You know what I'm saying?
Right, and there's loyalty, and there's like loyalty type of shit, but you know, it's so much paper involved. You already watching for that type of shit. You already expecting shit like that.
Y'all been embraced by a lot of the big names, a lot of the iconic motherfuckers that we, you know, grew up listening to and shit. Who did show the most love? Who embraced y'all the most and said, yeah, and took on, and you could look back and say, this motherfucker a player, man. You know what I mean? Official.
Man, I gotta say, it's a lot of niggas. I gotta say Prodigy.
Rest in peace.
I gotta say,
he was on board early on.
Mm-hmm. Who else besides P? I gotta say Royce. P.
It's our neighbor over there.
Royce, Bustin' Rhymes, Raekwon.
Was Mac, not even to cut you off, just to add in, Mac Miller was one of the first people I seen was talking about y'all back in the day.
That's so early, like I don't even think that I was Griselda when that happened.
Really?
Yeah, but definitely Mac fuck with niggas. It's a whole bunch of niggas. I know Just Blaze linked with the bros early. Damn. Man, it's a lot of niggas, man. It's a lot.
That's a testament to your craft, though. Niggas ain't just jumping to co-sign some whack shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Henry was tight, LinkedIn early. Niggas really fucked with us. And like the names I'm saying, I promise you, like, it'd be real niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's because of the noise, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's just some music, authentic dudes too.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but you could like, it ain't like the normal like, oh, this person made a hot record.
No, because we was talking about that. We was just talking about that on Drink Champs. It's like this, niggas see. It's like if you on a block, this your old block. You got a lot of money on this block, and you see some niggas, they getting a little money, but they knuckleheads. They ain't. I mean, you see how they doing it. They hot, but then you see some young niggas moving how you was moving. You like, I gotta go help this nigga.
Yeah,
it's like that. We doing what they did. Like this is their thing. Yeah. So they see something in us, so they want to be like, yo,
want to give you the guidance, the OGs, like real OG shit.
That type of shit. You know?
That's why I feel like you reignited in a flame, because and not to take away from anything he was doing in the records prior, right? After your group started making real noise, not the group, the team, right? Started making noise. I feel like Nas's albums became incredible after. And it's just because of being able to hear what, like, it ain't even like, oh, well, I got to step it up. I got to kill them. You know what I mean? It was more like, that shit is motivating.
Yeah,
that shit was motivating for me. That's why I bought this shit, because I'm like, I'm you know what I mean? I'm like, I want to record just because it's just a level of motivation. Right, I want to do a podcast because there's a level of motivation. And then you hear other rappers saying, you know what? Instead of fucking always trying to make just a fire ass fucking hook and a fire ass fucking hit record and shit like that, they actually wanted to start saying shit again. And so now you got all these rappers coming out that were always fire. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, fucking going on 50 years old and shit. You might not hear shit from them that often, but they're coming back in the game to say some shit, but they're reignited. That flame is reignited.
Yeah.
No,
you know what I mean? What you're really, what the sound that you guys really brought through is pure lyricism, pure real shit. That shit's motivation in its own.
Right, because people can see that they can get back to that. And it's a breath of fresh air, you know what I'm saying, going going to the lab and just even knowing people excited about that type of shit no more. Because what I say all the time is they try to make it seem like the lyrics didn't matter. They try to make it seem like the niggas wasn't getting a bag off of this type of shit.
Right.
They try to make it seem like these niggas wasn't. It's other niggas too. It's other niggas who niggas really ain't heard of, who do underground music, who getting a bag, who booking shows, who's doing this and who's doing that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing, and it's that shit, like you said, it's inspirational. That's what everybody say. You know what I'm saying? Even to me, like even when I got on, even when the boys put me in. Like, cause I was with Spesh, I was doing my shit.
Shout out to Spesh too.
Yeah, shout out to my boy 38. So when I see them doing what they doing, I'm like, damn, like, yeah, pull me in, nigga, tag me in.
Let's go.
Yeah, this shit's crazy. I got this shit rocking. You know what I mean?
Right.
You ever thought you were gonna quit? Cause you was consistent. Like you was on it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody from the town knew it was. I remember when we was younger, all of the rappers the rappers was divided because it was like the rappers who knew it was like, yeah, Benny's that guy. Don't front.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There was other ones like, man, fuck that, man. I'm nicer to him, but they was lying.
Oh, right.
but realistically though, was there ever a time when you was like, man, I don't know if this shit gonna work, man?
Yeah, I was
fall back.
I was so deep into this shit. It never was a time that I told myself that I'm gonna quit.
Because you was consistent. You was on it.
No, yeah. But you know what I did tell myself?
Yeah.
I had that talk to myself and I looked myself in the mirror and said, like, you might not never make it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? But I always knew it was a way to get some money off of this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I always knew.
Right.
I always knew that. I'm like, okay, because just not for nothing, I had a good stronghold. It ain't like I was starting from scratch. It was just a couple things that I had to figure out.
Foundation.
And I was, you know what I'm saying, we went crazy with the trust tapes. You know what I'm saying? I gained steam off of that. I did the 1-on-1 project. That shit went crazy. And then that was probably like my best project that I did by myself, you know what I'm saying? And that shit went crazy. That shit promotion was nuts. I had shit on the radio, like it was stupid. I had everything going on at that
Everybody
point.
looking.
Exactly. So and then after that, it was Griselda time. Right after that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I went. Perfect. I was already like I wasn't coming off the couch. I ain't like Wes was calling me like, yeah, get your dumb stinking ass up, nigga. You ain't been rapping. It's like I'm in tip top condition. Oh, this is what we doing? Say let's go.
Game time.
You was doing some shit down south before the trust movement, though. At one point, wasn't you?
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
We always used to come down to the A and promote. Come down to Tennessee. Come down to like surrounded spots.
But it was like a label. I feel like I remember you was fucking with a label down south when we was younger. You had like a team or some type of push that you was doing something huge at the time. Team. I remember the town buzzing about it.
Oh no, just Buff City Records, man. Them niggas was down there, man. Shout out Big Lovey, shout out Frost. It's just the big homies was down. The big homies was getting money and had niggas in the A. We used to come down here with the big Buff City van.
Yeah.
Niggas used to motherfucking. I used to have a big chain on and shit.
Yeah,
the big stupid shit, Big Lovey. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I mean? I used to have what? I used to, you know what I'm saying? Niggas set niggas up the right way. It looked like it. That's what niggas don't know. That's why I'm happy we having this conversation. Like, I let these niggas know, like, I always been a nigga moving. I always figured a way to have my shit with this rap shit. And we talking about like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With this shit moving around. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what it was. I came down here and I made some noise.
Yeah,
I mean, came to the A and made a little bit of noise.
Benny was definitely the most likely to succeed in the Buffalo year.
Yeah. That's why it's like, damn, we was right. My real shit, because I'm telling you, people. That's why when I say that, I try to say this shit all the time. People don't know, man. People back home, people at home watching this shit. They know the Griselda, but do they know?
Yeah,
they know.
I know. That's why, like I heard him mention it earlier, and I don't want to go back.
I'm glad
to
you were watching because
I had to because I didn't want to come here and talk about shit y'all was talking about. But this I got to bring up. Like when Charlamagne had mentioned, like, did you take offense to that? It's like, if you know Benny, you know he ain't got to take offense to that. If you really in the town and you know how they were shaking and moving, you know that none of that was directed or none of that would be taken as a shot because motherfuckers know what they did and what they didn't do. You know what I mean? It's the motherfuckers outside looking in who don't know, who might be like, okay, could this be? Could this not? Well, it's not. You know what I mean? Because I'm someone who can vouch, and I'm someone who half the town would say, yeah, if he say it happened, then it happened.
That's why it's
Not
perfect.
half the town, the other half don't know me. But anybody who knows me gonna say, yeah.
It's perfect. He said it in the raps too.
Yeah, no, of course you're gonna say it, but enough of that. I know you're tired of talking about that shit.
No, but real shit, they need to know that.
You know what I mean? Well, I'm here to vouch. You know what I'm saying? I'm the West Side guy, and he was doing this thing over there too. You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking fact. That I could vouch. So when motherfuckers out here get the chatter like, nah, I just said when I closed up shop, I said, yo, I'm about to go and handle this, man. I gotta go. Like, you about to just close your shit? Yeah, man, Benny here. They're like, yeah, man, go ahead. They understood. People over here, motherfuckers know what it is, but I'm here to let everybody know what they talking about really is real shit. I witnessed it firsthand, and I was doing my fucking thing too, so I can say this,
too.
and it's valid.
That's why it's good to see y'all boys, man. Real shit. Feel like we feel like we on the other side.
Man.
Real shit. Feel like we on the other side.
Right.
That's why I told bro, I said, man, I wasn't gonna leave here without doing this shit.
I know you was busy, so I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go to work. I gotta do my thing. I gotta open up the shop. I gotta make it happen.
You see, when I first got up and got the move, and I hit both of y'all.
I ain't even know, bro. He called me. I said, damn.
This motherfucker thought I was trolling him. I'm like, yo, come through.
Bro. We talking shit about Tyreek Hill and shit.
Fuck Tyreek Hill.
He picked
why they send a nigga to our division?
You seen Odell Beckham when he went to Cleveland?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't really do much.
That's a fact.
Right.
At least
it don't matter. It don't matter if you're a star receiver.
I feel like KC out our way now.
It don't matter if you're a star receiver. Exactly. That's what I was about to end the conversation with. Exactly. But I told you, I was like, yo, Benny just called me, because I was on the phone with him talking mad shit. Because he's like, yo, Tyreek Hill. I was like, I think Waddle might be more impressive than him. Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then I hear the beat come in. You know what I mean? I hear the beat come in. I answer the phone, and I was like, yo, Benny just hit me. He's about to be on the way right now. He's like, nah. He's still trying to talk shit about Tyreek Hill. I'm like, no, he's serious. He's like, you serious or you trolling?
I had to come through, man. I like how y'all got y'all set up. Y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all niggas always been stellar stand-up guys. You know what I'm saying? I used to love bumping into y'all back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Because it was always just a good time.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yo,
what's the thing I want to bring up real quick? I was
going to say, what's it like on the other side of the fence, right? For you guys, not just friends, but family, seeing people from the city, from the town, come up, blow up, do their thing.
Yeah, I'm like a BSF Griselda Drumline street team. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers, they just don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm out here repping like I got a BSF chain and a Griselda chain.
You made about 15 of them motherfuckers.
More actually.
I be lowballing. I ain't want to say because they think I'm about 20 something of them bitches.
Yeah, a win for them is a win for me. It's a win for him. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I want to ask you something. I know y'all got a breeze. Tyson versus Ali. It was a very necessary track.
Oh yeah.
Talk to us about that real quick before you slide.
Man, I just got like a little frustrated with people comparing me to.
Come on,
you can't compare me to the nigga who like helped teach me how to do this shit.
Yeah.
It's like I'm telling you, like no comparison. Don't even no matter what niggas feel. I'm saying like he got it. You know what I mean? Right. He got it.
Right.
That's what he do. But I know people are going to do it. That was just me speaking my piece. I knew that was just how I feel. Yeah. Now as a fan, I probably do the same shit.
Oh, no, True. Of course.
So I get it. So I just wanted to make a record about it. You know what I'm saying? I just get it. And I talked to him today. He was like, yeah, that song crazy. I'm like, nigga, they compare us more. They're making want to do it more now. Because I've been seeing it more ever since the song.
But it's important to address shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's important to put it on wax and make it a spectacle. And that's the perfect comparison. Tyson versus Ali. What you said, the legends to the legends, the
exactly.
Icons.
That was my main point.
Man.
They gonna compare the best to the best.
Right.
So long as we gonna have this Benny Conway conversation. We gonna have this Benny Cole conversation.
Yeah.
We gonna have
absolutely
the Cole Kendrick conversation, the Drake Hove conversation, the Lil Wayne Drake. We gonna have all these conversations.
Got to
because
great conversation.
Great conversations,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we might be here. I'm on fuck man, bro. But sometimes guess what? We hear another verse. We like, nah, this nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So long as I can add to that, I still love it. But that was me speaking as Benny the Butcher and not a fan of hip hop. That was me speaking my mind in. And when I'm doing Tana Talk 4, that series is special to me.
Yeah.
So it's like it has to be shit that's on my mind.
Yeah.
It gotta be. It can't just like me and Conway just on the track talking shit.
No fluff. Like
it can't be no shit like that. It gotta be like, what's on my mind? Like, and it gotta be like, what do the people want to know? What do they want to hear? So take this record.
What's the conversation? What's the narrative out there right now?
Exactly. Take this record.
It was necessary because if not, then you leave it up to the public,
Absolutely.
to the fans to
and,
make their own assumptions.
You and I were just talking about it like that day.
Yeah.
I mean?
No, definitely.
Yeah,
we were sitting there talking about it in the gym, I believe, and then it was like, and then I hit him back like, "Yo, check this track out."
Right.
We was just talking about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, literally,
it's fire though.
So let me ask you this question. I know you he said, I know you got a flight to catch and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I want to ask you this question: what changed for you with everything about the way you were operating when that shooting happened? Right, like because I know you were in a certain space before. Did it change? Did what changed that day, if anything at all?
Well, when I say this, when people ask me about that, it changed that I realized that I'm I'm a celebrity. I don't know why. You see how I even said it? Like, why do a street niggas fight with that?
Yeah,
I don't know why we fight with that. Like, there's some shit that I'm still dealing with to this day.
Yeah.
I'm a celebrity.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a celebrity, and you know, it's like, I don't know why, but it's hard for us to realize, like, okay, nigga, you're a celebrity. You got to move this way. You got to move that way. You got to move this way, because I'm me, but I share myself with the world. Benny the Butcher's with the world, and you know what I'm saying. You just got to move a different way. You know what I'm saying? And
put that ego aside.
That's it.
Bit,
that's
man.
it. You just got to move a different way. That comes with, like, even learning the business. That's part of the business you got to learn. You know what I'm saying? You gotta protect yourself for one, and then you gotta really protect the investment. You know what I'm saying? Which is me, myself.
Yeah.
So it's just about shit like that. You know what I mean? It's about, you know, we gotta move. And, you know, I when I be moving with security, sometimes like niggas just around be getting spanked and slapped around, because, you know what I mean? So niggas don't play that. You got these aggressive niggas with you. So sometimes it's like, do I need these niggas? You know what I'm saying? But you do.
But you know what it is, man?
Absolutely,
you do. But there's a long time stigma in the rap game that once you go celebrity, you're no longer street. So the trade-off is there. It's like, no, I'm still me. I still did those things, or didn't.
Yeah, we was I don't mean to cut you off, but as soon as we pulled up out here, we pulled up. Like, we couldn't check into the Airbnb and shit yet, so we pulled up. And we just went to go, pull up on an Ocean Drive, get some smoothies and shit. We just jumped out. We deep. It's about 7 of us and shit. We go get there. We chilling. Niggas take their shirts off, white beaters on. We out there smoking. Niggas pull up Benny the Butcher, and they in the whip and shit. They're like, yeah, nigga, we see you. Yeah, no security. Yeah. I'm thinking like, yeah, them niggas on the way.
Right. I can say the bigger you get, in the more your celebrity grows, it seems like the humbler you've been getting, man. And that's dope.
Well, yeah, that's dope.
That's dope, because
you were telling me,
because you know, motherfucker, like Benny used to pop his shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
He still does pop his shit.
He still does, but
keep people off.
You know, it's just, I guess it's maybe the conversations I have with him. I see growth, you know what I mean? And it's just dope shit. And I just see him being the boss, and I see the whole team eating. I just love that shit, man. So, you know, and we had these dope ass conversations. It could be once a month, whatever. When we chop it up, it's just dope. And I just see a humble person that's just glad to be in the position he in. He worked hard for it. And it's a fucking beautiful thing, man.
Oh, that's dope. Sir. That's dope,
you know
man.
What I mean?
Real shit. I like that y'all
humility
doing
is everything.
I like what y'all doing. Y'all got the podcast, and like I said, man, we on the other side, and it was a pleasure to do this shit. Yeah, appreciate y'all getting all the other getting BSF niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's some more members on the team y'all could get.
Yeah.
Every one of them. That's all we want to do is everybody.
Y'all heard of bass? Y'all bass?
Nah.
Christina Mackey. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, let's get them all. You know what I mean? But now we could say it though, because like before we can't say it. Like before they're just coming on. Heem was up here, Rick Hyatt was up here, and all that shit like that. You know what I mean? I know them. You know what I mean? So now it's back. Well, Benny was up here, so
exactly.
Now you got to get your ass up
and
here.
all you other motherfuckers, all you other rappers and shit like that, come see my niggas. These is real niggas from the streets. Doing street shit. They retired now. You know what I'm saying? So these niggas know how to have that conversation. So pull up on these niggas, man.
I appreciate you. Let's say one more shot before we get the fuck up out of here.
Come on, yo, look. I was at Drink Champs yesterday. Tell them I was drinking like a motherfucker. Every shit. They thought they was gonna drink me under the table.
Time out. Let me.
Nori, a professional drinker.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I was, I mean,
give me a half. Right there, I don't need all that.
You gotta take the whole. I
gotta go back to work. Damn, look at this shit.
I mean, shit. You heard what he said,
I
though?
ain't even got a haircut, bro. I came in my work clothes. Look at this shit, man. I ain't get time to get cool.
Man,
I mean, a lot of motherfuckers would be happy to be in work clothes that.
Yeah,
chill out.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Salute. I appreciate you for coming through.
Yeah, boys.
Bless, man. Yes, sir.
All right.
Let's go. You can cut that off, Landon. Appreciate you.
Love.